That was a fun game, a fun locker room. A lot of guys got an opportunity to play, but I think the biggest thing for us is we got better. Our goal today was to first of all really show some maturity and challenge them on Monday. Obviously it's a game that you're supposed to win and all that type of stuff, but showing some maturity for our preparation process and really trying to take the week to teach a lot of young guys on our team about how we handle ourselves and how we do things regardless of who the opponent is. And I just thought the guys really bought into that and played well. And fun to see so many guys play well. I think we played 111 guys, which was a blast. And I think the record was 94. So we shattered that. So 111 guys got in the game, and so a lot of fun and good momentum going into this week. Another road game heading up there to North Carolina. So got an open date after that. So I just like where our team is right now. We're healthy. We were able to hold Ross today, which was good. He was ready to go, but he's been battling a little bit of a hip flexor, and so we were going to try to hold him if we could, but he was certainly ready to go. So that I think really helps us, and he can have a full week of practice, and so a lot of good stuff out in the game today. Ran the ball well, and good to see Will Spires have the 64-yarder there, and then the second half as we subbed so many guys defensively, to see the guys continue to play well was great, and so. I told them at halftime that they were going to play and they were going to get exposed if they didn't know what they were doing, because they were going to play. So I thought the guys were ready to go. They were excited, and the other guys did a good job of challenging them on the sideline. So awesome crowd, just an unbelievable environment, sellout, and just a beautiful night for college football. And again, a game that I think we got better as a team and achieved the objectives that we were trying to achieve in this game. And, again, good momentum heading into this week.
Was it hard to manage 110 guys going on and off the field? What are the logistics of that as opposed to, say, even 70 guys?
Organized chaos. Yes. We practice with all thing guys, so it gets a little crazy there in a couple situations where we're trying to just kind of get some guys in the game. We had one kid that just got cleared like 2 days ago. I think we threw him in there at right tackle. So he got in the game. But, it's just cool. I mean, you got a lot of guys that can say they played for the Tigers, and nobody can ever take that away from them. And I just think that's what it's all about. A lot of guys that work really, really hard that don't get a chance to play or play much, and for them to be rewarded for their hard work and to have a chance to go play in a setting like that is pretty special. And to see their teammates support them is really cool. It was awesome to be able to get Chase in there early. That was something we wanted to do too. If we could just kind of get control quick, we wanted to get Trevor out early and get Chase in the game. We're still somewhat of a game, and see him really play. And I just thought he did an awesome job, and then that allowed Tyson to get most of the second half and get his most extensive playing time as well. So got a chance to get all those backs in there, and good to see Mikey Dukes. Ches got his big one up in Syracuse last week, and Dukes busted one. I think he was excited to finally get an opportunity, so he got one. And ETN was very efficient early in the game, and Lin J. So just a lot of good things. A lot of good momentum coming out of it. Got to play all those tight ends and all the wide outs and all those OL, and got all the D-line in there, and we got a pick six, so that was fun to see, and handled what little adversity we had, we responded to that too.
You mentioned earlier in the week that 32 was a worry for you guys, the running back, and they seemed to, if there was one area they seemed to have the game in tonight was running the football.
Yeah.
Gave you guys something to look at.
Yeah.
When you go back and look at the film, what were you guys diagnosed there with the guys?
Yeah, I thought they did a nice job. They ended up with 153. So as I said coming into it, I thought this was easily the best rushing football team we had seen to this point with their scheme, but also their personnel. I mean, I don't know if you were on the field, saw them line, some big old dudes in that offensive line, big, physical, and then they're well coordinated, And then that back is he's what you want as a zone runner. I mean, he's patient and he's thick and he's when he gets downhill, he's bringing it. So it was a big boy pad game. So there will be a lot that we can learn from. It's going to make us better. But they did. They dented us a little bit in the first half. But I thought second half, I thought we did a nice job, and I thought our backup guys did a good job of going in there, and we were able to pressure them a little bit and kind of some pressure their run some, and that was effective for us. But it'll definitely be a good tape for us to teach off of, and I'm anxious to watch it. But we just didn't set the edge well a few times. I don't think we fit a few things right. There was probably a couple of times where maybe we just weren't quite as physical as we needed to be. I mean, I'm sure I'll see all those things when I watch the tape, but all in all, I thought we got better, as the game went. But definitely a good tape for us because formation-wise, scheme-wise, they did some good stuff that'll help us.
How enjoyable is a game like this for you as a head coach? I mean, you don't have to sweat it out. And I know all you coaches, you always worry about what could possibly go wrong, but your guys came out and really took care of business tonight.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable. I'm proud of them, man. That's what I was looking for. Just, again, maturity as a team and identity of okay, hey, we show up. It never should be about when or where we play. It's always about how you play. And I just thought our guys, they were ready. They were excited, and just took control right out of the gate. I think we had a 3 and out, and then scored in 2 plays, and just boom, boom, boom. And so was able to get a lot of the guys the playing time that they needed, but get a lot of guys out too. And so just the mindset that they had, and again the leadership and the readiness was good for me to see. I think that's what I was looking for and what we saw. And then again, being able to play so many guys, that's going to benefit us.
Coach, when you're looking at a game like this where you're able to get it in hand pretty early on, what is it that you're looking for specifically when you know it's time to pull that first string? Is that something that you kind of decide before the game, or do you let the game itself dictate when it's time to put the second stringers in?
No, I mean, you certainly let the game play out. I mean, you don't know how the game's going. It's got to happen. But we was pretty quick that they were overmatched, and so once we got control of it, then it was about we did some selective subbing. In the second half, we did some wholesale subbing, and just challenged them. Hope you've been paying attention, because if not, again, if they score, guys. I don't care. You're going to be exposed, and we're going to hold you accountable. So I'm not going to be running guys out there in the fourth quarter. You better be ready to play. And so I just thought they responded, and I thought they went out and they did a nice job. And you saw a lot of good guys. You saw Landon Zanders go out there and make a big play. I guess that goes down as a sack. So it was awesome. Just a lot of guys getting an opportunity to do a bunch of good stuff, and got a bunch of guys in on that D-line and got all the backers in the game. Jake, good to see Jake make. I think he had a big TFL, and Spector's getting better and better. And Kane, McGuire, all those guys, Jalen Phillips, Booth, they all got an opportunity to get in there. Sheridan, so it was good.
Did you like that you were able to get Ngata some momentum and
Yeah.
confidence there?
Yeah, and so we kind of went to our second group pretty quick at wideout, and it was good to see him. He took a screen and made a big play. He's a hard guy to tackle, and then obviously had a nice play down to the goal line, almost got in, and then the big catch over on their sideline was a great throw by Chase. Really kind of put it up there and let him run under it, and he did a nice job with his release and getting free. But yeah, he's a guy that he's going to continue to show up, throughout the season. He's just going to get better and better, and there's going to be games where games going to be tight and things like that, and he's a guy that I know we'll be able to count on in those crunch situations as they come.
What's your comfort level with Chase Bryce when you keep putting him
I mean, I think we got the 2 best quarterbacks in this league. I really do. I mean, if that answers your question. So I got great comfort. I mean, I think he's as good as I really do. I think those 2 guys could play for anybody. A really, really talented player.
You know, you gotta look at the film, but it's just a flash of what you saw Tyson today and what he did.
He did a nice job. You know, you saw some things that he could do with his legs, and he was a little amped up. You know, he threw that one almost into the bleachers through the goalpost. I mean, I was like, holy cow. You know, he just literally chunked it a mile. So I think he was just a little jacked. But he hadn't really had, extensive playing time. So it was good. And, the pick, he was trying to hit the inside guy, and he just threw it high. And it sailed over and missed that guy, and then the other guy ended up getting the ball. But he did some nice things. You know, he really understands, the plan. He gets it, and he's a dynamic guy, and he's just going to get better and better. So it was just a lot of fun to see him be able to go out there and play and get some opportunity. Even got on McClure in there at the end. You know, here's a kid that tore his ACL at the Cotton Bowl. You know, out there in the dome, getting ready for, he's just a scout team quarterback and tears his ACL. And, for him to work his way all the way back from an ACL and have an opportunity to get in a game, that's just really cool.
You mentioned a lot of guys getting opportunities. What's it feel like as a dad to see Drew get his catch?
Yeah. Drew got in there. Drew got, he got a chance to get, I think he got in there pretty early. Robbie put him in there pretty early on the hold. Maybe second quarter or so, because he'd been wanting to get him in there, and so he got to hold and did a good job there, and then he had an opportunity. I think he had one catch and did a good job, so it was fun. And Will had a nice game. Obviously, he messed that punt return up. He just tried to do too much, and he don't hardly ever drop a ball. That's why he's back there, and that's a classic example of just trying to do too much. And, that's a definite fair catch situation right there, unless it's just a bad, terrible punt. And so he'll learn from that. But he came back. He came back and handled one, and I thought it should have been a penalty probably on the fair catch, and then had a couple catches too. So it was a good productive day. But, yeah, I was happy for Drew. He redshirted last year, and see him get an opportunity to get in there. It was fun. And, several guys. We got a lot of, Carter Groom's got an opportunity, and Will Brown, and those guys are good players. Just don't get a lot of opportunity, but it's good to see them take advantage of it when it comes.
109 players have addressed.